There is nothing more precious than a newborn baby latching their hand around your finger, until you go to remove that finger and you realize they have a ninja grip, particularly in their ring and pinky fingers. This is because we develop our grip strength in those last 2 digits first, and then as we age and become more coordinated at picking up our Cheerios and holding pencils and turning keys and doorknobs, we become digit dominant in the first 3 digits, creating an imbalance in our grip, which is typically only noticeable when we go to move awkward shaped objects or heavy things and our hand starts to cramp or we drop the thing altogether. It's a yoga tune-up inspired exercise for retraining those last 2 digits to help you move things more efficiently and using your whole grip. You'll need your alpha ball. So start by taking your alpha ball into one hand, wrapping your fingers widely around the ball, and holding your arm out in front of you. So let's start with what we know. So squeeze the thumb, pointer, and middle finger firmly into the alpha ball using your dominant digits, and see if you can find a trace of that traction up the arm into the biceps. This dominant grip that we're used to is really beneficial when you're bending the elbow and bringing something in closer toward your midline. However, if you soften those dominant digits and squeeze your pinky and ring finger with the thumb, you'll notice that your arm and hand starts to quiver or shake. It may even feel relatively weak compared to that previous grip. And hopefully you can feel the trace of that contraction leading up towards the triceps and maybe even the back of the shoulder. So this particular grip is great for if you're carrying something by your side where you need the back of the arm to help assist you, like a grocery bag or lifting a heavy box from the floor. So let's get a grip and see if we can coordinate our grip depending on how our arm is moving. Start by squeezing your dominant digits, your thumb, pointer, and middle finger, letting the last 2 be soft. Raise the arm overhead while those dominant digits are really digging into the alpha ball. And then soften them and start to tone your pinky and ring finger with the thumb as you spin the arm away from your face and pull the arm back behind you. Really squeeze the pinky and ring finger all the way until the ball reaches your hip. Transition back to your dominant digits, thumb, pointer, middle finger, all the way overhead. Soften the dominant digits as you turn on the pinky, ring, and thumb all the way back behind you. Now, if you're like me and those last 2 digits are weak, it'll feel kind of quivery and shaky back there, a sign that you're actually using them. Again, back to the dominant digits as the arm comes forward and up. Turn them off as you switch to those weaker baby digits, all the way back behind you. Now, obviously, you'll want to do this on the other side, but you can play around with what you're holding on to. You can grab your smaller alpha ball, the gorgeous ball. You can grab a squared object, a heavy object. Play around with how well you can coordinate your grip. And you might be surprised at how much easier it is to grab those awkward and heavy items when you need to.